Okie dokie. We're back. We're back. We're back. Hello, 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 hello. Alright. There we go. Prepare to be flashbanged. Ah! Okay. Are we back? Are we good? Give it a couple of minutes. Oh god, it's so bright. It's so bright. It's too Final Fantasy for me. Hey, we're back. Oh hey, the people are going into the Baldizian Archive. Oh, someday I'll join them. Let's go. There. Okay, let's get off this incredibly blinding screen. For fuck's sake. It's so bright. Flashbang! Think fast, Juggernauts! Oh, we can name our guys. Ooh, should we? What do we want to name these guys? How are how are we doing? I guess this is why all those games kept on having those please play in a brightly lit room back then, right? Well, to be fair, these games are also massively oversaturated because you used to play them on CRTs that had like darkened darkened screens in the first place, so it wasn't that bright back then. But now we have these LED fucking screens, and so it's like right into your retinas. Alright, we gotta come to the decision. Do we change the names of these canon characters? Now, the first time, Final Fantasy 1, they didn't have real names. It was Warrior, Red Mage, Black Mage. But these guys have names. Do we change them to better fit our friends? Or do we leave them as they are? What would we even change them to? It's like, I would probably be Leon if I'm totally honest. Up to you, but I feel like it would be fun to rename them friends. Yeah. Let's go with, What should we change them to, though? Or you can name them after your mini characters. Oh, that is true, too. We could name them after, like our D&D characters as well. That's an option I hadn't even thought of. Let's go... Ha. Or wait, we could go with, do you even have, I was gonna say, do you have, like, a male character that guy could be named after? Because the only characters I know that you play as in, like, D&D and stuff are all female. So I don't know if you have a male character. What was the barbarian's name the first time I played D&D? See, I don't remember. To be fair, that was like 6 years ago or something like that. Like, it was a long time ago. I don't remember. Oh, we can just leave it as 10. It's fine. Just go with this. Or maybe we could go with the other half of your name. We could just go like, like that. Wouldn't mind Edge. Edge could be good. You just lay that name for the main characters? Edge. That works. So we got Cad, Jax, Homie, and Edge. Because last time we had Cray and Grun. So I think having Jax and Homie in this one, it's only fair, right? And then you're here, so you get preferential treatment. Hey. All right, let's go. A long-lived peace. Oh, my screen isn't quite full screen properly. Ugh. Is at an end. Oh, shit. Oh, no! The Emperor of Palmecia has... Oh my god, it's going too fast. Has begun his campaign for world conquest. It's so loud. It's so loud. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Flynn to thwart the Empire. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Flynn also find themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. But their escape wasn't over. Oh my god, that is going so fast. It is so fast and so loud. Ow. Ooh. Oof! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, man! Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. Minwu is quite a name. Getting slaughtered before you can even move. No. We found them like this on the escape from Finn. Fallen from terrible wounds. I thought it was Flynn. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. I have got to turn this music down. It is so loud. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. What is with these town names? We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Oh god, we have dialogue. Oh god, we're not a silent protagonist. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. Edge! Jax! Homie! Where are you? Can I go to the menu, please? It's so loud. God damn it. You're alive! I thought you'd... I'm fine, Jax. You seem alright too, homie, but wait, where's Edge? Princess of Finn, save us! But Edge not here. Why is homie talking like that? I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. I'm not controlling this. Yeah, it would have been kind of weird to, like, have to go find our friends. So you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask you. Please, let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked and our parents... I am truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, then you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Learn. Wild Rose. Ooh, there's like dialogue. Interesting. Ask Wild Rose. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer in their confinement even as we speak. That's the wrong... Oh, suffer there in confinement. Oh my god. Jax, your brother Edge is missing, is he? Is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. Oh, Edge is Jax's brother. Okay. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Min Wu, the white wizard who tends your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okay, before I do anything... Oh my blessed ears. Jesus Christ. That was way too loud. All right, how are we feeling about this? Do we like this audio level, or do we think something should be different? Tell me now while I have this open. Is the music to my voice good? Is the bleep bloops to audio good? Everything good? Or do we think we should turn things up, turn things down? How do we feel? Yes, no, 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 yes, no. I think the game sounds are a bit too quiet. Maybe raise by a few? Okay. Like that? What is this? Change the variety of gameplay settings. Please note that this may have an effect on progression through the game. Well, what are this? Encounters on Gil Multiplier, Weapon Skill Level Boost, Magic Skill Level Boost, Attribute Boost, Compensatory HP? That's on by default. That's interesting. I guess they thought that just, like... I've talked about this before, how this game does things, and because of the way the HP worked, it was possible to soft lock you in the game. I think that being on by default kind of tells us that, like, if you want to play it the way it originally was and potentially soft lock yourself, you have to choose that. I think I'll leave that as it is. Ooh, I like these character sprites. Interesting that those settings exist on the regular config file and not as a separate menu. That is true. Although, to be fair, like, so many of these Final Fantasy remasters, like, have cheats bound to the frickin' buttons, which is so annoying. Like, they just blend that shit in. This actually brings us to a weird question. Because in this game, leveling and classes and stuff are super different, everyone can do everything, but you kind of need to pick and choose, like, what you want everybody to do. What do you think everybody should do? Who should do what, do you think? Like, imagine, like, the way that the system works is that the more you do something, the better you get at doing that thing, at the cost of not being better at things that you're not doing, and it being harder to skill up as you go. So, for example, if you attack a bunch, you'll gain a lot of attack power, but you won't gain magic power. And so, as stats get harder to get, getting magic power later will become harder. I don't know the full cast roster, unfortunately. It would be nice to have a healer at the very least. Oh, no ads! No! Well, poop. I don't have control of that. Well, I did. I just didn't notice it was happening. Oh, hold on. I gotta take a drink anyway. I just noticed I don't have my coffee. I'm gonna go get my coffee. BRB. I'm missing my coffee. Where's my coffee? Alright. I've got it. Got my coffee. Let's put this here. I need to clean off my counter. Maybe I'll do that after stream. I do also need to make dinner, but... Welcome back! Gasp! How do you see me? There's supposed to be ads going right now. Ultra short ad, one ad, I guess. Hey, that works. But anyway, as I was saying, Because everybody can do everything, I think the 4 characters that we named are the only characters we're going to get. So, Cad, Jax, Homie, and Edge are going to be our only characters. And from what we've learned, Jax and Edge are siblings, and then Homie's kind of an idiot. Because he talked like caveman. But, rip. But, because everyone can do everything, but you have, like, the more stats you get, the harder it is to get other stats. So, like, you increase your attack power. Now suddenly it's harder to get magic power, etc., etc., etc. They're not linked in that way. It's just like, oh, you got a stat up? That means that it is now harder to get stat up, and you can get all stats. So, having people choose what they're doing is preferable. Do these characters have certain stat growths that they're better at certain jobs than others? Not as far as I'm aware. Like, we can see that Jax has less HP, Homie has more HP, and Cad is right there in the middle. But I think that's just down to starting HP, and it's not different enough to really matter. But we can look. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 11. 5, 10, 15, 5. Okay, so she's definitely better at magic and agility. Cad is middle of the road. Like, he's just middle of the road. Jax is better at magic, and Homie is got more strength and stamina. So, Homie is naturally better at being a warrior type. Jax is naturally better at being a mage type, and we are middle of the road. We could be like a red mage. Do a little bit of everything. And then we don't have Edge yet, so we don't know. But as you can see on the side with the skill levels, we're all level 1 with all skill levels when it comes to weaponry. So I guess Jax would make for a better, like, black mage, white mage type. Mage type in general. Cad would be better at being the red mage who has all 3. And then Jax, and then Homie would be best at being a physical tank, I guess. That's what it's looking like. But because everyone can be good at anything, like, we don't have to restrain them by those stats. We do things, they get stats. But do we want to go with that? What we could do, is have Cad sort of be like a, red mage in the offensive, where he's got, like, attack magic, and healing magic, and AoE healing magic, and then a weapon, like a sword. And then Jax could be like a defensive mage, where she's got, like, protect, shell, temper. I don't know if those spells are in this game. I actually don't remember much about this game at all. Just that weird quirk about the combat leveling system. And then Homie, we just won't bother. Actually, no, he still has intellect. He's really just bad at, like, magic, potency. So we could still give him, like, a cure, you know, make him almost like a paladin type. That seems kind of up Nate's alley anyway. And to be honest, Jackie likes doing, like, dancer and buffer anyway. So we could do, like, buffer, paladin, and then red mage. And then what would you want to do? We don't have Edge yet. We don't know what his stats are going to be until we get him. But is there something in particular you would like to do? Like, I see there's spears there. Do you see that under the axe? There's a spear job. We could make you like a dragoon-esque. Or is there something that you in particular would like your character to do?
I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying Fynn. That is the first step towards realizing your fate. You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Fynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Fynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary.
Okay, what's a sanctuary? Is there Dark Knight? Otherwise it'd be done for Dragoon. Well, it depends on what you mean by Dark Knight. Like, there obviously isn't a class per se, but like we could mix and match things. Like we could give you, I don't know, like non-elemental spells, or I mean, I don't know what's there, to be honest. What would you consider to be a Dark Knight? Someone who wields like a large sword with armor, and then is like a knight, and then maybe you learn offensive magic instead of defensive magic, like instead of learning cure and stuff, so you'd be like anti-Nate, like an anti-paladin type thing. Large sword with some magic, question mark? Yeah. So like Homie would be the sword, shield, white magic. You would be sword, no shield, black magic, question mark? Something like that? Or would you have a shield? There could be a Dark Knight with a shield, I think. Or would you rather do like an axe? I don't know. I don't know how the rules work with that. Like right now we have broadsword. Magic interference. What does that mean? See, there's stats and stuff that I just don't understand. I wish I could read about that. Maybe someone will explain it. Think that means a chance to interrupt the spellcasting? Could be. Which would make paladin types, like, really difficult.
Heading to Fynn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. You'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare.
Oh, okay.
The port of Palum lies not far east of here. But a lake separates us. You won't be able to reach the town without a canoe.
This is the Rebel Army's war robe. Okay, so we want to go back over here. And over here are tutorial guys. And I guess that's the sanctuary that reses people. Alright, let's learn things, because I don't remember things. How about a lesson on key terms? In the course of a conversation with someone, a particularly important word may come up. When this happens, 3 commands will appear: ask, learn, and key items. Select learn to commit the key term to memory. You can then use ask to ask people about any key terms you've learned. Keep in mind that only certain words can be learned this way. To show someone an item from your inventory, select key items. When you learn new words or find rare items, you should ask people about the words or show them what you found. Oh, interesting. It's like a rudimentary conversation system.
Would you like me to explain the formation command? Use the formation command to assign characters either to the front or rear of the party's battle formation. Characters in the front row can attack using any type of weapon. Characters in the rear only do half damage when attacking with anything except for bows or magic. However, they only receive half damage from enemy attacks. Assign each character to the row that best suits his or her abilities.
Oh, that's why Jax is naturally in the back row. See there? Interesting, interesting. Because she is naturally magic casty.
I don't suppose I could interest you on a lesson on magic. There are two schools of magic, black magic and white magic. White magic specializes in healing and support spells. For example, Cure restores lost HP, and Life revives characters who've been KO'd. Black magic, on the other hand, specializes in offensive spells. Blizzard deals ice magic, Thunder deals lightning damage, and so on. Characters can learn both black and white magic spells in any combination they choose. However, a character can only learn a maximum of 16 spells. You can use the Forget command to remove any spell a character has already learned. Forgotten spells can be learned again, but their levels reset to 1. So, use caution when forgetting spells.
Oh, interesting. So instead of increasing the power of spells, like learning Fire, Fyra, Faraga, it looks like you increase the potency by using that spell a bunch.
What would you say to a lesson on skill levels? Skill levels can be divided into two broad categories, weapon skill levels and magic skill levels. But wait, there's more. Weapon skill levels are divided by each weapon type, such as swords and axes. Similarly, magic skills are divided by spells. Spells like Cure and Fire each have their own skill level. Attacking with a given type of weapon improves the corresponding weapon skill. As your skill levels rise, your attack and accuracy with those types of weapons will likewise improve. Casting a given spell improves the corresponding magic skill. Spells become more powerful and effective as their skill levels rise.
Gotcha.
Would you like to learn about armor? There are 4 types of armor: shields, helms, body armor, and gloves. Shields are equipped in the same fashion as one-handed weapons, in either the right hand or the left. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip any one-handed weapon along with it. Should you choose, you can equip 2 shields, one in each hand. This makes you attack empty-handed, however. Helms are equipped on the head, gloves on the hands and forearms, and body, of course, on the body. Provided you can afford it, you should always keep your party protected with good armor. Care to hear about the information displayed on the status menu? You can develop the attributes and abilities displayed on the status menu by fighting battles. Attributes such as strength and magic will change in accordance to the actions you take in battle. If a character attacks, his or her strength and weapon skill may improve. Similarly, if a character uses magic, his or her spirit, intellect, and magic level may improve. There are 11 different attributes that can change. Would you like me to explain these 11 attributes in even more detail?
Yes.
HP. If a character loses HP during battle, his or her maximum HP will increase. Participating in lots of battles can also increase maximum HP.
And there's that natural cheat that increases maximum HP regardless.
MP. If a character's MP drops during battle, his or her maximum MP will rise. Strength. Attacking during battle will increase a character's strength. Stamina. If a character loses HP during battle, his or her stamina will improve. Spirit. Using white magic in battle will increase the caster's spirit. Agility. Battling while your evasion is high will raise agility.
Intellect, using black magic in battle will increase the caster's intellect. Magic, if a character's MP drops during battle, their magic will rise. Accuracy, as strength rises, so will accuracy. Equipping better weapons also improves accuracy. Evasion, being attacked by foes will raise evasion. Equipping a shield will also improve evasion. Magic defense, when foes cast spells on a character, his or her magic defense will rise. As you can see, it never hurts to try all manner of things in battle. You didn't talk about magic interference, which was the stat I wanted to know most about.
Shall I teach you a thing or two about weapons? There are 7 weapon categories: swords, spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, and unarmed. Swords, spears, axes, staves, and knives are one-handed weapons and can be equipped along with a shield. It is also possible to equip 2 one-handed weapons, one in each hand. Equipping a bow requires 2 free hands, but allows a character to attack with the same damaging force from the rear of the party. Fighting unarmed is another splendid choice, and can be as powerful as any weapon. Unfortunately, equipping a shield cuts an unarmed combatant's attack power in half. So, if you plan to fight unarmed, it's probably wise to just skip shields altogether.
Now, I heard that one of the ways that people sort of level monk in this game is by fighting one hand empty, other hand shield, which is the exact counter of what this guy says, because fighting with the shield will increase your evasion, and then fighting unarmed increases your unarmed skill. And that's how you get monk. And I hear that's how a lot of people actually do things, but I don't think we're gonna do things like that. Let's not game the system too hard.
You want to know more about the flee command, right?
Sure, what is there to know?
You can escape from battles by selecting the flee command. There's no point in fighting a losing battle. If the foe's too difficult, you're better off fleeing. Think carefully before you act. Shall I tell you about chests? Treasure chests can contain things like items and gil. Many treasure chests also hold rare items you'll not find for sale in any shop. If you're lucky enough to come across such items, hold on to them. But treasure chests aren't all gil and glory by any means. Some chests conceal monsters lurking within. There's no way to know what's inside a chest until you open it, but monsters often accompany especially good loot.
So if we open up a chest and there's a monster inside, that means there's probably also really good loot.
Would you like to hear about monsters? There's many different types of monsters, you know. Some monsters are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. For example, the undead are weak against fire, and aquatic monsters are weak against lightning. However, there are also monsters that absorb a particular element of attacks. Casting fire on a monster made of flame will heal it instead of doing damage, you know? You could damage zombies and other undead with restorative magic, like a cure and items like garlic.
Oh wow, they thought of that real quick. You know, it's so funny meeting people who learn that that's a thing in Final Fantasy games, where you can hurt undead enemies using healing spells. They came up with that literally in Final Fantasy 2. That's really impressive.
But be careful when using spells that steal HP or MP, such as Drain or Osmose. When used against the undead, these spells will backfire and hurt you instead.
Don't be stupid. Don't act dumb. No one talked about magic interference. I'm so curious about that stat. Oh, hello. The King of Fynn.
An arrow struck me in the back during battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent, and you should speak with her.
His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Fynn. He's been resting here for some time now. Interesting. By the way, this music is really good. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Thanks for telling me, bro. Thinking about it, why isn't draining the rotten blood from a zombie equal hurting you the norm in all JRPG games? And with that, same should occur with poisonous enemies as well. Right? It's really interesting that Final Fantasy thinks of this literally in Final Fantasy II, and yet that's not the norm. Gordon, the Prince of Kashwan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something must have made him lose faith in himself. Ooh, a treasure chest. Gimme. Can I look at the... Yeah, they kept the map. Oh, that's nice. Princess Hilda fled here when Fynn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. That's nice. I'm Paul, the greatest thief in the world! They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. Oh, I never steal from rebels, you can be sure of that. My home was in Fynn, too. I can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. Ooh, this music is so nice. Okay, so... I'm sort of thinking that Cad here should be dual-wielding swords? Or... what's the other options here? Dual-wielding staves? That would be hilarious. That sounds really, really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe, a sword and a staff? Since he's gonna be sort of, like, a little bit of everything type character. The, like, red mage. A sword and a staff sounds funny. If I can do it. If not, then I'll default to swords over staff. Jax probably should be wielding a staff, and then Homie is going to be sword and shield. And then you said you wanted to do like a two-handed weapon or a So I'm guessing that axes are the two-handed weapon, or the two-handed sword, and maybe spears as well. So like a spear Dark Knight or a big axe Dark Knight. What sounds more fun? Ah, so this is a sanctuary. Okay. Makes sense. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. My name is Gordon. I was once a Prince of Kashwan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away. I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead and laugh. I deserve it. Alright, so we got defensive stuff, weapons, white magic. There's no black magic shop here. Or are they both in here? Oh, they consolidated. Yeah, it's just the magic shop. So I googled a little on magic interference. It looks like affects spell accuracy and encourages players to equip their magic casters with robes or light equipment. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and ignore that. I don't know about you, but paladins and dark knights sound way cooler. Even if the magic accuracy is less. So let's go with, oh man, I don't have enough money. 2 cure tomes. And a thunder tome. Or a fire tome. Fire is generally more useful than thunder or blizzard. Because fire hits undead really well on top of like ice monsters and actually no, it's undead and ice and then just water and then fire. So that makes fire generally more useful. Problem is, we just don't have that much money. Okay, so broadsword has magic interference plus 50, whereas javelin is plus 40, but staff and knife are both plus 5. I see. So, I think the dual-wielding staff thing might be the way to go. For, CAD. If we can get away with it, which looks like we should. But we are missing money. We're gonna need to money grind pretty hard here. Because we didn't even get a chance to like get all the magic I wanted, nor even any armor, period. And we want Homie to also learn Cure. Because he's going to be Paladin-esque. Ooh, nice music. Alright, it's time to grind! I want money, and I want stuff! $18 gil. Oh my god. Oh no, I've been poisoned! Of course, the bane of my existence. Homie's sword and shield leveled up. Hell yeah. Wait. I'm not getting the... Looks like poison actually goes away after combat, unlike every other freaking game ever. Interesting. We like that. We are not getting much money, though. Can't help but notice the gil gain is not great. Looks like the auto combat is the same as the first Final Fantasy. That's pretty alright. Alright, so because our MP went down, we're gaining more maximum MP, and... Nice, okay. Can't go this way. Oh wow, Cure is really strong. Nice. I like how it separates it out so you can actually see how much gil you're getting from each enemy. Did you see that? It's like we got 18 gil plus 30 gil plus 18 gil or whatever. Kind of neat. Okay, so we want to get Jax a staff as well, so that she can be staffing it up. And she's just gonna have a staff with no secondary. While Cat is going to dual wield staves, because I think it's funny. Her having a bow, since she's going to be permanently in the back row, isn't necessarily a bad move. I just kind of don't like bows. And I want to get her, like, a blizzard tome. Or like a Thunder Tome. Either one would be good. Let's go with Blizzard. So that she can be casting magic in the back row. And then we still need to save up for Homie to be getting Cure. So we can be palading it up while also getting him some more armor. Actually, they don't have armor. They just have cap and gloves, which honestly is so minor in terms of magic interference that we could have everybody wearing those. We just don't have the money for it. Let's see how dual-wielding staves goes. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright. Jack's mana and magic went up because she dealt offensive spells. I should probably sleep at the inn. Excuse me. 31 gil to rest up and heal. What a strange number, 31. Does it stay like that, or does it get more expensive as our HP goes up or something? I think that would be rude. You know what I just realized? I asked around. We didn't really get a direction to go in. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't developed this far out yet. Deployed up this far. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. Tobul, that fellow over at the weapon shop, is Well-Fi Blacksmith. I think something's been bothering him lately, though. Oh. Oh, this guy. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man! The Geezer Act is just a cover. My name's Tobul, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Okay. He's not telling us what's wrong, though. I guess we need to learn some keyword somewhere. Whoa, 3 item shop dudes? Potion, high potion, eye drops, antidote. Cross, mallet, maiden's kiss, gold needle. Jesus Christ, what kind of stats are these? Phoenix down, ether, cottage, elixir. Why are there 3 shops when 1 would suffice? Okay, so we know that we can't go to the top right there because the lake is keeping us from going there. We need a canoe to get across. Maybe we can go up northwest, but I think that's, like, gonna be really bad for us. Let's try it anyway. It's a direction to go in. I don't know where to go. I missed! Ah, but I hit him with the second one. Like that. Honestly, having 2 staves is great. The Leg Eater? Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, what's this? Gatria! Oh yeah, we were told about this place. Very small place. It's got a weapon shop, a defense shop, a place to sleep. Anything cool here? A javelin. Broadsword axe bow. So, no, not really.
This is the village of Gatria. Finn is just over the lake, across the lake there, see?
Oh yeah, isn't Finn under Imperial occupation? Isn't that where Edge has been kidnapped though? Like, isn't that where you are? Maybe that is where we're supposed to go. Go get our brother back.
There's a pub just on the outskirts of Finn. When the Empire invaded, the barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials.
Ah, sanctuary.
The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off.
Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet, but once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire.
Go. Same stuff as the last town. Lower evasion, higher magic interference, but higher magic defense. I think we're mostly good. I have noticed that our HP hasn't really gone up much. Makes me a little concerned. Then again, I haven't really gotten hurt much either. Yay, Cad's fire is leveled up. And that makes our HP go up. Okay. Oh, everyone's HP has gone up. So just after a number of fights, our HP will naturally go up. That's what the magic... That's what the HP compensation is. Okay. Alright. Cad staff level up, Jack staff level up, homie sword level up, and homie shield level up. Nice. Our evasion's gone up. Everyone's evasion goes up, even though Homie's the only one with a shield. Oh no! Bombas! Oh shit! Oh! Oh! So that could just happen then, I guess. Jesus Christ. Okay. I wasn't aware that I was in a location where suddenly we're doing hundreds of damage to each other. Maybe. What the fuck? We went from fighting hornets to fighting that. What the shit? Let's try going up this time. Maybe we won't run into that again. It flee! It ran away! Oh, fire leveled up, and now it costs 2 MP instead of 1 MP. Does that mean that we could actually make our spells too strong for ourselves to use? Theoretically? That'd be kind of scary. A Gobberine! He a Gobo! Man, Jax, you keep on missing with that stab. You know what? Maybe we should give Jax the bow back? Because, this is sort of a random thought, but Jackie likes playing Dancer in Final Fantasy XIV, so even though there's no chakrams in the game, it is sort of like ranged DPS, so... just as we've heard, the city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful, make sure not to get too close. So we have to keep our distance from the soldiers? Oh god, there are enemies in town! That's weird. Oh! Ooh! Look at that! We can make it so that we can target all enemies with spells. That's kind of cool. Can we do that with healing spells too? We can! That's so cool. Alright. I like that. That's what I was expecting in the first game, but it didn't happen. There's no weapon keep in here. No armor keep in either. So far, I've got to say that the magic interference hasn't really come into play, which I guess is a good thing. Excuse me. I noticed that our stats aren't really going up anymore. I wonder if maybe we've hit a cap. Our HP is still going up though, which I like. No, nobody in here. I think maybe we should... Can we go into... Is the town and the castle different? It is. But the castle's sealed off. Oh, there's treasure chests up there, too. Shame. We'll have to come back later. Alright, I think we head back to Galatea. And, like, restock, re-prepare, get ourselves as ready as physically possible. And then we try to go into the inn here in Flynn. And I do want to get Jax the bow back. I kind of regret not letting her have the bow, even though I don't like bow. I kind of regret not letting her have it. I wonder if you can dual-wield bows. Ha! That would be funny. Jax's Blizzard leveled up. Yay! Alright, let's rest at the inn. Buy Jax a bow. Buy any armor we can scrounge up. Let's also probably check on magic as well. Oh yeah, I wanted to... Okay, so no. Bows require an empty hand. Isn't that what the dude said? So you can't dual wield bows. I gotta say, it's funny. That bow's magic interference makes her magic harder to use than Flynn, which has, like, leather armor. Which I think is very funny. Like, it doesn't look like magic interference really works on armor. It's weapons that do it. Which is strange. This place doesn't have a magic shop, does it? No, we gotta go all the way back to Altair for magic. Fuck me. Wow, that actually did 0 damage. Good job. Jack's bow leveled up. That was quick. Alright, let's get some magic. We want 1 cure. And then thunder. I think that's fine. So teach Homie Cure, teach Cad Thunder. Let's get some items, because we actually didn't buy like hardly any. We probably should have some. These sound really important, I'll be honest. Or at least like a remedy spell, that would be great. Whatever. Okay, I think we're about as set up as we're gonna get. So we'll head back to Fynn and make some progress. He took no damage from the actual attack, but he took damage from the poison. That's silly. And our stats are going up again. They stopped going up for a while. I wonder what happened. Did I just hit some threshold or something? Whatever, I'm not complaining. So, here's the thing, right? I vaguely remember one of the ways that you can cheese this game is that if you go up, I can't do it, but if you look, there's the marshes north of Castle Finn. Like, over the forest, like up there, there's that big marshy area. And then you can go around that river to the marshy area up north of the river. Up there, there's like a giant or something that, if you can manage to kill it, it has a chance of dropping the Warp Tome, which is a possible automatic kill spell. And then you just, like, level up that spell along with dual-wielding shields to increase your evasion. And then you just, like, spam Warp. And that's just, like, a way you can get through the game. It works on everything except bosses. But then your evasion's so high, like, even bosses can barely freaking hit you. And then you just, like, whittle them down with, like, unarmed attacks. That's what I've seen some people do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. Because I feel like in this game, that's kind of an all-or-nothing gamble. And while I do want to do some fun, crazy, silly shenanigan stuff, I'm not really down for all-or-nothing gambles. You know what I mean? Hey, I got an achievement for killing 100 monsters. Ha ha ha. Oh, one achievement down, the rest of them to go. Okay. We're just gonna do that. So yeah, I think it's that knight right there. It has like golden armor or something. And if you use warp, you can eventually kill him and then take the golden armor, and then you'd be like way ahead or something. It's something like that. I don't remember. Rebel occurs! Captain. Oh, maybe it's this guy. No damage. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! And no way to res either. Okay, so physical attacks do not work. Got it. Understood. Alright, so... Oh, this is annoying. There's a sanctuary somewhere in town. I don't remember where it is. I think it's... Oh, it's the one that's blocked off there. Well, I am doomed and screwed. How about I just die, and then I resurrect outside? Okay, so what we've learned is don't fight things. The guys here are too strong. Too strong. Maybe we gotta talk to Hilda again? Best I can figure, I don't know what to do. Other than, you know, the trick I just talked about where we level up warp. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to this game. Especially since it will take a long time. But I don't see another direction to go in, which is the problem. That's why I'm thinking maybe we gotta talk to Hilda again. Maybe she'll give us a direction to go in. Or at least a hint. I feel like Final Fantasy 1 was very good at its, here's where you need to go next. Which this game has not really done. Hey, we broke 100 HP. It's kind of neat. Alright, so let's sleep, and then... I don't know what to do. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna go ask Hilda. Because I don't have a clue. Ba, 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 ba. Our password is Wild Rose, remember it well. I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement. Your brother Edge is missing. It's possible he's being held in Fynn. But Fynn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The White Wizard tended your wounds. Speak to him before you leave. You will begin by journeying to Fynn. That is the first step to realizing your fate. Okay, but I went to Fynn and everything's too strong for me to fight. So what do I do? I can't fight the captains. Maybe one of the other enemies are people I can fight? Question mark? Maybe the dude in the top left that seems to be guarding the sanctuary? Maybe? Let's try that. dun. Yeah, pooper scoopers. What an intriguing conundrum. Pew pew! Like, this guy is the only guy I can think of to fight. Rebel Curse! Nope, he's also a captain. Like, magic works, but he deals 1 billion damage. Like, I can't help but think that that's not what we're supposed to do. So fighting the Empire soldiers is getting us nowhere. Maybe there's like a back door to the inn? No. Maybe a back door to the sanctuary? No. There's something we're supposed to do here. I just don't know what. If we rub our faces along every wall, we will eventually find the solution. This is what my video game experience has taught me. Oh, there's a pub out there. That's right. Wasn't there someone talking about a pub? And like the barkeep couldn't get out fast enough? Maybe that was a clear. And I like, God damn it. Nope. Okay, can't do it that way. I wanted to, like, skirt around the wall there, but I guess that's not how you do it. Is there a back door to the bar? Kind of weird, but alright. Whoop. At least we're getting more stats as we do this. Oh, but it's being blocked off by that guy. Son of a bee. Maybe he's not a captain? Why does this one town have like 3 captains in it? That seems like too many captains. Like, hey bro, you don't need that many captains. Just saying. 1 captain will do it.
Rebel curs!
Nope, you also are a captain. Fucking... Can I sneak around back then? Aha! A solution doth present itself. Alright, we made it to the bar. Yay! Hopefully this was the right answer.
Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Aha! You're with the rebels! You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. See if you can help him. What am I gonna do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down.
Ooh, secret door. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!
Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive.
Nope, Wild Rose.
So you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I'm a Prince of Kashwan.
Hey! We met your cowardly brother who thought you died.
Prince Scott, we were told you fell in battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. Her? No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man would only bring her pain.
My brother Edge. Have you heard of him?
I'm sorry, but I've not. I wish I could be more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it'll be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while. Bleh.
What was with the kaponk? That sound effect made that funny, and I don't appreciate that. Still can't find Edge. Also, all these guys are very scary. What was with the jackpot sound effect that occurred after he plonked? That was him giving us the ring. Which is, I guess, the key item that will make it so that we can go forward with the game. So yay, we can go forward now. Progress! It's time for progress. We just gotta go all the way back to Altair. Alright, back to Altair. Give me my coffee. Onwards to victor. Actually, we should probably save. Now that I just thought of that. It's like we actually made progress. We should probably save. It only took us like an hour of rubbing our face against every building in town. But progress is progress, I guess. You know, the starting sound of that world map music, the dun dun dun, makes me think of Studio Ghibli for some reason. It also makes me think of like Dragon Quest in general, but I'm not sure if that's relevant. Like, it feels like a lot of the Dragon Quest games also have very similar world map music. Know what I mean? That bit, for some reason, makes me think of Studio Ghibli. I was thinking the exact same. It felt very Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle. Yes! And the fact that it happens every time... Man, you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think I want to play Ni no Kuni. After Final Fantasy, we'll play Ni no Kuni and Ni no Kuni 2. I love Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni 2 is even better than Ni no Kuni 1. Ni no Kuni 2 has, bar none, the best premise of any video game I've ever heard. You are the president of these United States of America, and you have been isekai to this fantasy land to help save this prince and help him raise a kingdom to get revenge against the people who killed his parents. And also, you have a gun. I am the president of these United States of America. I have been isekai'd, and this is my gun. It's so good. The strongest spellcaster presidential gun? Exactly. That is the best. I don't care what anyone says. That is so good. Alright, hey Gordon, we brought a message from, your brother.
My ring! That ring, it's my brother's! He really said all those things about me?
Yes. Is there nothing I do about that? I guess that happens later? Question mark? I don't... Anyway, we also need to convey the message to the king and then to Hilda.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty!
Oh, I have to tell it to Hilda. Fine.
Hilda, 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 Hilda!
There's a troll in the dungeon!
That ring belonged to Scott! Is he alive?
He gave us this ring in Finn just before he lost the last of his strength.
Did he say anything?
No, nothing. That's not true! There's a traitor! The Count! Count Borg...
Your Highness, please, this ring belongs to you.
No, keep it. It suits a personage of courage.
What about Count Borg...
You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You have proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as Mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it.
Yay, we learned Mithril. Ask Mithril.
We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of Mithril. I have charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of Mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand and look into this?
Sure. But what about Count Borgadon? And him being a traitor? I feel like we're supposed to tell somebody about that.
I heard Her Highness's words, and I have waited for you here since.
She just said them.
To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe and let us be on our way.
Hey, we've unlocked the canoe! And Minwu joined the party. Yay! I didn't know that he would do that, but that works. So Minwu is the white wizard. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, dude. Jesus. Show off. What the fuck? How do you only have 175 HP when you got all this shit? Fucking homie has almost that much HP.
So we've lost Scott as well. He had proposed to Hilda, you know. Now he'll never hear her answer. I always thought he'd make for a fine husband for her.
Ring. Are we not supposed to tell the king about Count Borgy?
Our crest has been trampled underfoot by the Imperial Army. To think we would be so easily defeated. What's this? Borgin betrayed us?
Thank you. Fucking finally. That was driving me insane.
Then we did not fall to the sword, but to the corrupt hearts of men. We believe mithril was in common use once long ago. Some surviving records indicate mithril was mined in the north near Semet Falls.
Thank you, Jesus. If you can find some mithril, give it to our blacksmith Tobal. I'm sure he'll make amazing weapons. Okay, and that brings us back to Tobal, who was in the weapons market.
There was a mithril sword in Keshwan that had been handed down through the ages. My brother was very fond of that sword. It was a truly magnificent blade.
Let's upgrade to dual-wielding 2 broadswords for Cad. Since dual-wielding normal swords, staves went so well, let's try out and see how much magic interference that causes. I'm curious. Let's get her a fire tome, so she can use blizzard and fire. That would be nice. Alright, so now we can go to Salamand by way of Paloom. Yay, we have a canoe! It does canoe things! There's a ship here in Paloom.
Ya folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on a ship, would ye? Just for 32 gil, we'll see you safely to Puft.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to go to Puft.
The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Puft, at least not yet. The ship heading out for our little port will take us straight to Puft.
Is Puft where we're trying to go? I thought we were trying to go to Salamand. Do we get to Salamand from Puft? Also, I can't help but notice that Edge is still not in our party. I feel bad that Ken's character is the one that just isn't around.
Now there's a fine lass. How about you and me go have a drink?
Not a chance. With you, not a chance.
Baths, Salamand, once you pass Puft, they say all the cities are under the control of the Empire.
Oh no, Salamand is under control of the Empire? That's annoying. Dagger, mace, axe, bow. So mace is a metal-tipped staff? Ha, that's kind of funny. So if we had stuck with staves, that would be the better stave. We'll get one for Salamand, I guess, but I mean, not for Minwu. I don't know why I want to call him Salamand.
This is Paloom. It's just a little port town.
Bronze shield. Oh yeah, we want to give that to that guy. Dress. Why is the axe better than the broadsword? Nah. How come she actually literally cannot wear the... Oh, wait, no, I didn't buy any more bronze armor. That's right. I need to buy another, copper cuirass. Wow, the copper cuirass actually has less magical interference than just leather armor. Interesting. Paloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, handsome? Oh, wow. Do you say that to everyone who crosses your path? Ooh, tomes. Lots of white magic. Oh, man. I want Protect and Shell. I want everyone to have Protect and Shell. Are you out of your mind? I love Protect and Shell. They're my favorite spells in Final Fantasy. Oh, I forgot to... give you your bronze shield. I only have enough for one of each. Well, they're both going to Jax. Alright, well, we've done some shopping. I would have liked to have done a little bit more, but... we're out of money. I gotta go kill a thing real quick so we can actually get a boat to, where we're going. Silly gobberins. There we go. Wow, Cat actually has almost 0% evasion. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright. To Puft!
Done! Just board the ship in front in town and off we go.
Alright. To Puft! I'm not controlling this. Looks like a dick. This is the port of Puft. Salamand is to the north, and to the east is Bafsk.
Hey, it's Sid!
You here to ride the airship? If you've got the cash, there's no place I can't take you.
Hey, learn to airship. Ask airship.
You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me.
Basque, the city to our east, is under control of the Empire. They're building something real terrible there. Oh, the Dreadnought. They're making the Dreadnought in Basque? That's all everyone's talking about, too. Oh boy. By the way, Final Fantasy XIV uses Wild Rose for a lot of things. It's a big ARR reference that they use a bunch, which I think is fun. Where's the Wild Rose blooms and shit?
Have you seen the airship? It belongs to a fellow named Sid who lives right here in Puft. He's the only one around who can fly it.
Cool. That'll probably be important later. But we just need to go north to Salamand right now.
You be looking for Sid? He's probably over in the pub. I hear a few gil will get you a ride on that airship of his. Basque's the city to the east, under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there.
Yes, so says you and literally everyone in the tavern. Alright, so... Can we cast Protect all... Oh, we can! Well, that just makes me real happy. I love Protect and Shell. I hope they're good in this game. In some games, they wear off way too quickly, and it makes them kind of useless, and it makes me very sad. They said Salamand was just to the north. I don't see a town to the north. I see the town to the east. There's a town to the west. Let's try there. This looks a little bit like Narshe in Final Fantasy VI. That makes me afraid. Something bad's gonna happen here. Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. Whenever there's a nice, pristine, snowy town like this, you can bet that something bad's gonna happen. Name me a Final Fantasy game that has a snowy town where something bad doesn't happen. Name me one. I'll wait. Final Fantasy VI has a snowy town, something bad happens. Final Fantasy VII, snowy town, something bad happens. Final Fantasy VIII, snowy town, something bad happens. Final Fantasy IX, snowy town, something bad happens. Final Fantasy X, snowy town, something bad happens. Final Fantasy XIV, snowy town, something bad happens. You name me a Final Fantasy with a snowy town where a bad thing doesn't happen. Telling you. Someone at Square hates snow with a burning passion. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. That's where the Empire's been mining mithril. Thank you, random person, for telling me exactly where to go next. Man, I love direction in my video games. I love Joseph, but I know that if I'm around, I would just get in his way. I remember that name. Joseph was important.
You have business with me? You're here for Princess Hilda. A little short on the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Mithril, I haven't found any yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm gonna need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work at the caves in Summit Falls. Rescue them, and then we'll talk.
Okay, so we need to go to Summit Falls, save some people, and he'll tell us what he knows about mithril. Also, this guy loves that Baldy. Good for you, man. Alright, Sanctuary. Good to know where that is. Life. Sap. Warp. Teleport. Hey, look, there's Warp. We do want Warp because it teleports us out of dungeons, but so does Teleport. And I think Teleport might be better for us because, while Warp is, like, neat, it banishes the target. I think teleporting all the way out of the dungeon is better than teleporting one floor back. But we don't have enough money for it either way, so. We'll have to come back for that shit. Mace, longsword, ooh, sword upgrade, and a bow upgrade. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How much of an upgrade? Ooh, that's a big upgrade, actually. This place has a lot of nice things. You're tempting me to gill grind. Alright, so we gotta go to the waterfall caves to the south. Hey, I learned Fire 3. Neat. Oh my god, Sasquatches, they scary. Fire 3! That works.
Alright, we gotta find Waterfall Cave. Well, here's the waterfall. The fuck's the cave? Was that thunder I just heard? Oh boy. Airship. Nice. Jax's Protect leveled up. Yay! That's what I was waiting for. Ah, there's the cave. Found it. Ooh, Summit Falls. Ooh, I like this music. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Not that big a deal. Easy peasy. Oh god, a soldier. Oh, okay. Not a big deal. No gil earned, though. But he gave us a potion. Soldiers are scary. They look like captains, and that's... Yay, sword leveled up! 200 gil. Cool. So ads are about to happen. I think I'm going to BRB when the ads go off, because I want to check on the weather. Because that sounds like thunder outside, and I'm a little worried about it. I'm gonna try not to end stream right after a freaking ad, because that would just be rude. But we might not be able to stream for very much longer if the weather is going bad. So, you know, just be aware. To be honest, I also need to go to the bathroom, so that'll double as a bathroom break. This way. Corner Gil, nice, nice, nice. Those guys are scary. Like, they're not threatening, so I'm not worried about them, but their sprite just looks unsettling. I don't like it. Same with the balloons. The balloons scare me, but I think that's because of those, bombs from earlier. Anyway, I just started. I'm going to BRB. Let me just finish this fight. Alright, BRB everybody. Health break. Checking on weather break. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Hello, 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 hello. It says it's not gonna rain, but I don't know how much I trust it. It does say that it's super humid, though, so I believe that, at least, because frickin' Georgia. Oh well, we continue on.
You silly Sasquatches can't even hurt me.
Who needs evasion when I can't take damage? Why are the guards teaming up with the goblins? That doesn't seem right. I love that these guys just can't hurt me. That's fantastic. You can hit me all you want. You don't do damage. That's great. I love that. Oh, I guess we just repeat what we just did. Mist. One damage. Darn it, Jax. Do better. No. Eye drops. Nice. We have another chest there. And we have what looks to be... We have what looks to be a puzzle right there. Oh no, ambushed! You never want to be ambushed by a grenade. They missed self-destructing? How do you miss a self-destruct? What does that mean? What does missing a self-destruct mean? You're speaking in tongues. The words you say make no sense. A high potion? Cool, cool, cool. Whoa, look at that thing. Bye. Alright, I'm running a little low on mana. Should probably conserve until we get to whatever the end of this dungeon is. Oh yeah, dual-wielding swords is great. Dual-wielding swords and being able to cast magic is OP. And I don't know what rule is supposed to be stopping me from doing that, but it's not working. I'm still doing it. Alright, we got 4 doors. Let's just take the left one. Oh. Huh.
Yay, Jax's fire leveled up. This pistachio does not want to come out. There. Yay. You ever get those really stubborn pistachios? Hell, I'll do you one better. You ever get those pistachios that are fully sealed and you're like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to deal with this? Like, I hate that. I hate when they're fully enclosed. It's such a pain in the ass. Like, no matter what you do, it's not going to be great. Yeah, I got an achievement. Experienced Warrior. I killed a bunch of enemies. A whole lot of them. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Literally just now? What are we gonna do about achievements that are missable? Like, ones that aren't difficult to get, but if I didn't get it the first playthrough, like, that's gonna be an annoying thing? Should I check for those before I start playing? Or, like, what do we want to do about those? I feel like that's a weird loophole in our 100% completion, like, criteria of let's not take too long and, like, divert everything. But if it's possible to go for it, go for it. Where does that fall? Oh, there's nothing down here. I have to pick one of those doors. I feel it would be nice to look up beforehand and see if there are missables. Yeah, I should probably do that. Because for all I know, I've already missed, like, an achievement, and I would have no idea. Honestly, missable achievements in big JRPGs can suck fat nards. I'm looking at you, Persona. I swear to God. You are full of missable achievements. And it's really irritating. You're so annoying. Ooh. It looks like these are the guys that we needed to save. Help us, please! It's Paul! Cat, it's you! Am I ever glad you're here? This is Yosef's daughter, Nellie. I think that dastardly Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out that this was where the mithril was coming from easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know when I'm over my head. So long, but don't worry. I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one. Bye, Paul. Don't try to do that ever again. Okay, so it looks like the boss might be either there or there. How do I get there? Oh, what a pain in the ass. That makes me curious what's down there. I'm not gonna lie. When you see really obtrusive passageways like that, that usually means there's treasure on the other side. Oh my god. Oh, phew. I'm so scared of self-destruct. I've played enough Final Fantasy games to know to be afraid. A fire tome? A fire tome? What the hell for? Isn't it a little late to be getting a fire tome? It's like, hey, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but the boss of this place, this ice cave looking place, is probably gonna be fire. If you don't have fire by now. Alright, I want to go see what's down there. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my god! There are so many enemies! Why do they keep doing this to me? In the Final Fantasy that doesn't work on normal EXP rules, of course they just give us a butt ton of enemies to fight. Assholes. Alright, what's down here? Well, there's a treasure and then a bunch of doors. Not what I was expecting. Oh god, I'm ambushed by slime. Slime is poisonous. Don't like the slime. Slime bad. Uh-oh. Slime resistant to physical attacks. Probably weak to magic. Yep. That worked. Oh my god. Where's the sanctuary when you need it? I mean, our HP is doing fine, but we're running kind of low on magic. Except for Minwoo. There's just too many enemies. Monsters! Oh my god, it's a land turtle. This has the potential to be really bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Magic worked. A teleport tome. Thank the Lord. I'll give that to Cad, I think. He's the most likely to be in the party forever. Although I am worried about mana. Cad's sword leveled up. Nice. Man, Cad's swords level up real quick. Probably because he wields 2 of them. That's a dead end. God damn it. Alright, we got 2 more doors over there. Oh boy. Too many enemies. Dear Lord. Why is every fight like 6+ enemies? I don't like that. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. You could say that's the equivalent of like 1 or 2 larger enemies, but I think 1 or 2 larger enemies would be more interesting than a billion goblins, you know? Yay, homie sword and shield leveled up. I wonder if that's the reason why. Give us more targets so that our weapons level up faster and faster and faster. It might be on purpose because of that. In which case, okay, I get it. Still, I can't help but feel that this place is a little goblin heavy. Let's try the door on the left. Ooh! That guy looks like a guy that we need to fight. I'm gonna potion up. Wow, that potion healed a lot. Potions heal for a lot in this game. What the hell? I wasn't expecting one potion to, like, fully heal me. Alright, hello, dude.
Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you'd be right. My mithril blade straight through your heart.
Oh, shit! Ooh, the Sergeant. What the fuck is this music? What the fuck? How interesting. What the hell? That's with Protect on? What about magic? Magic works. Works better than physical attacks, at least. But we do run into the problem that Cad is almost out of mana. This is some awesome music, though. It's very interesting for a boss fight music. And I'm out of mana. Hey, we did it! That was cool. Minwu's staff leveled up. Yay! And lots of stats for everybody. Look at all those stats. Just look at them all. And we got a mithril helm. Cool. You found mithril in the chest. Yay! Totally do, dolly do, do. There's one chest left in this whole dungeon. Are you app? Ooh, you're gonna make me mad. I'm not leaving without that one chest. Are you kidding me? Ha! The guard ran away. The soldier ran away. Oh no! There's one chest left of this entire dungeon, and it could be anywhere. My life. I'm finding it. I'm finding that fucking one treasure chest. Oh no! I can't hurt these things. They are resistant to physical attacks, and can only be hurt by magic. And I'm out of MP. Methinks I flee. Methinks we run. I'm not dealing with that. Alright, let's try there. Wait. Yes. Nope. Not dealing with magic resistant enemies because I have no mana. That's probably why we got the fire tome in that one chest. Because of the slimes. They probably only have like 1 HP. But you have to hit them with magic. That's probably the whole thing with them. Damn it. Oh, the anguish. The utter humiliation of missing one treasure chest. I can't leave without it. I can't do it.
To that one treasure chest. I will find you, and I will open you. I'm Batman.
Thrifty Spender. What was that achievement? Obtain 10,000 gil. Ha! Very funny. Please be in one of these. Nope. Nope. Oh! There's another door right there. Maybe that'll be it. Out of here. Treasure? Treasure! Come on, man. You're killing me here. Not on this floor. In here? Nope. Shit. Come on, man. Eh. How come opening this door just puts me in the middle of the room? Wait a minute. You wait just a goddamn minute. Hold on. Yeah, and then that ladder leads to the second. So where the fuck is that treasure chest? That's unreasonable. I will come back. Ooh, also, why is Cad's HP 8? Does teleport hurt? Weird. Oh, hey, 10% of the bestiary unlocked. Ha 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 ha. Alright, I'm gonna get back to town, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and end stream, because it is about time. And going back to town and, like, sleeping and healing up and buying all the things that we're missing seems like a good bookend moment. Assuming nothing bad happens in the ice town, you know? Which, I mean, nothing bad ever happens in ice towns. Not in Final Fantasy games. I mean, come on. How could anything bad happen? I mean, we won. We succeeded. We got the Mithril. We're gonna take the Mithril all the way back to Altair, and Edgar will be, or Edge will be waiting for us there, and we'll make a bunch of Mithril weapons, and then we'll go fight the Empire, and we'll win, and that'll be the end of the game for sure. I'm just pushing. I'm pushing as hard as I can. Oh, fuck. Alright, a second longsword for you. Actually, another longsword as well, because we want to give you a longsword. Imagine, we did all that under-equipped and under-geared. Like true warriors. Hey, Craven! You got bad timing. We're just about ready to end stream for today. Or you can say that's good timing because that means that we get to play games afterwards. God damn it! I walked out of town. Damn. Yeah, it happens. It's fine. Life. We definitely want 2 of those. Nah. Get a second teleport stone, just so that we could have 2 people knowing it. Learn. 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 And actually, hold on. I want Homie to also know life. Ha! No life. Alright, we got weapons, we got armor, we got magic. Let's buy a few items with what we got left. Why are there 3 different shopkeeps? I never understood that. Whatever. Okay, I think we are in a good position to end stream for here. So the goal now is to bring the Mithril and report to Joseph up in the town, up in the building up there. And then that should let us take the Mithril back to Hilda back in Altair, which means we need to go all the way back. We might need to take the airship because we met Sid, and I mean, why would they introduce Sid in the airship if we weren't going to need to use him at some point? But we'll find out about that next stream. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We had a great first stream. We got pretty decently into this. We finally 100%ed Final Fantasy 1, and I will do some research to see if there's any missable achievements. I don't think there should be, but just in case, you know, I would feel really bad if there was some missable achievements. So I'll find out about that. And yeah, tomorrow we are playing that cure simulator where we will be running a hospital in a zombie apocalypse trying to like work on a cure. That's what we're doing tomorrow. Wednesday, I think we are going to be continuing this. We are going to be playing more Final Fantasy 2 on Wednesday so that we can be sort of doubling up on our Final Fantasies because the games are going to start getting long. And we want to, you know, be able to beat all the Final Fantasies this year. Airship. Thursday, we're playing more Windrose, and then Friday, we're playing more Final Fantasy XIV. So that's the schedule for the week, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. See you later for fun, friendship-having gaming time. Yay! All right, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.